Rich people.
Yeah, chalo, let's start. I'm the first one, always waiting. Just read and start.
So let's have a quick discussion on how are you finding the book so far. Everyone, 1 minute.
Yeah.
How are you finding the book so far? So, like as I was
It's
sharing that I
like
am
a
get.
ship which has a captain will always reach the target, and a ship which doesn't have a captain will just go anywhere. I think that sums up what the book is, according to you. Because see, in dreams we all have, these are plans. It shapes you. You're right. Whether we are living or are we alive, that's the difference. And once we have a captain, then there is a purposeful dream. So we are not, we don't want to be scattered in life, like we want to be guided. So if our purpose is clear, then everything gets aligned with it. I think that's the way I would sum up what the book is.
Mm, how replacing we with I?
I know you always wanted that way, but I always want the collective. I know, I understand what you are saying. That's
Mm,
true.
so then you will say we don't think straight.
No, 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 no.
So
Perfectly, not at all, not at all.
uh,
So I don't
we
really.
don't think straight. So
No,
dot
no,
dot
no,
dot,
no, no, not that way.
and you get back into
Somehow,
that trap.
as a child in school, they used to always say, don't say I, because then you get obsessed with I. Use we. And here today, it's the other way around. Because
Hmm.
they teach you to be more collective in your approach.
Hmm.
So that
See,
is,
all great men said that whatever you are thinking is only you are thinking. So
yes,
don't blame
yes,
anybody else for that.
yes, yes, yes.
You know? Beautiful. Who else would like to share their thoughts about
Hi.
this book? Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Anji, it's very nice, and I feel it's a I'm getting the reminder of many things again and again, and that's what I like about it.
Hmm. Okay, others, can I have some more inputs?
Sir, I'm feeling it very nice. I'm getting from chaos of thoughts to clarity,
Mm.
and yeah,
Uh-huh.
able to be more calmer within and speak more consciously, reflecting more because whatever I deal with day to day life or dealt previously, that all author has just mentioned in a very simple way. So
Hmm.
easily able to connect and solve the inner battle. And I'm looking forward to read more intensely. Thank you.
Wow, beautiful. Yes, Rajeshwari, Dr. Rajkumar, Shashikala,
I
Lalita,
love
ma'am.
the energy of the group Sunday reading together, aloud reading. Uh, when I read alone, I just have my own perspective, maybe not that much valid or what. But when I am reading with you people, each one of you having a lots of experience of life along with me also. That I like basically more when we are thinking on a single chapter, we are sharing and thinking about what the best ideas or what I should implement in my life. So that I really love and think straight. What I feel thoughts come in our mind, it will go. It's not a permanent, whether it's a uh, negative or positive, it will come and it will go. What is fruitful for me, I must implement in my life. Basically, I join for the energy and the sharing, and it gives me so many perspective to think whatever the situation I am facing in my life to handle it in a nice way. So that I love.
Wow, beautiful. Yes, Rekha, Lalita, Shashikala, Dr. Rajkumar.
Shall I share this? This book, like I counted, we have done 14 of the chapters out of 31. And the title itself, we should look at the solution. Mm, so this book, various chapters, stop thinking what is in your control, don't trust your mind. So chaos to clarity. So this book is very good and it requires practice. See, reading is one aspect, and when the situation arises, practicing it. So in another WhatsApp group, we try to read one habit every day, one chapter, and discuss our practices on that. So a wonderful book, and it's great to learn with all masterminds. Thank you.
Interesting. Yes. Shashikala, Lalita, Rekha,
Good morning.
Vasu, Padma. Yeah.
Like I've just joined this last week only. This is my second week. I've not read the book per se, but I'm just on a listening mode. And for me, the takeaway is it is the mind that which matters. And then, like this week, it is thinking slowly and deeply. Generally, we always jump into conclusions, or like whenever we feel we are the first one to contribute, or something that gives a feel that like we know the subject better. No, like just take a pause and then think deeply and then express your thought. That's what is my takeaway so far. Thank you.
Wow. Interesting. Yes. Lalita, Rekha, Vasu, Padma.
What is the context about?
How are you finding the book so far?
Okay. Yeah, I have been not been very regular on the book. The book has been recommended, so everyone is reading. So I'm just joining to listen to the book whatever it is possible. Not very serious on the book this time. So as and when I am getting time, I am joining. But the points are very straight, as the book tells. The book is what the cover is, thinking straight.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Padma.
Inaki, I do not have much to share. Good morning to you and all of you. I do not have much to share. So, this is a day I'm in to get and learn more.
Mhm.
So, maybe subsequently from the following week, I can give you my
Okay.
learning. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Lalita, Rekha. Do you like to add to this? That how you're finding the book so far?
Yeah, good morning, all of you.
Good morning.
Yes, this is a really wonderful book.
Good morning to all. Very good to see. I was waiting this morning. From this book, I think we want to just think in our life in a straight way. All the times, it is not possible to stay grounded, look at fact. But also, we should just listen other one perspective also to make our decision. Is it right or wrong? That is our own choice.
Okay. Okay. Good. I'm just sharing some very interesting uh, experiences which I had yesterday, and this was about at around quarter to 10. So we were having a beautiful session which was delivered by Rajeshwari yesterday about parenting. तो मैं आपको कुछ examples दे रहा हूँ how people think straight when they are sharing about what they got the insights from that session. Okay, so one of them reads like this: wonderful session, Rajeshwari, nice presentation, nice content, nice delivery. Okay, then somebody said, thanks, Rajeshwari, for such wonderful session. Then somebody wrote, wonderful session, Rajeshwari, I resonated with so many of your points. Then somebody said, recording देखना पड़ेगा. Somebody said, sorry, I was in some function and couldn't attend. And well, I wrote a little more about it. So like I said, there are three things which I picked back for myself. So do you consider this as a straight thinking? See, these statements, they do not say anything about what you got by your presence in the session. You know?
Yeah.
When somebody says that it was such a wonderful session, how do you know that what was wonderful about it? So this is also happening with our sessions here also. On Friday FELD session, many of us didn't even write about our experiences, about our takeaways in the session. So many of us were there. You know? So you need to focus on that, where you're thinking straight and where you're thinking complicated. When you are not thinking straight, then you find it very difficult to write about it. And you're just putting in 2-3 words that it resonated, I really liked it, wonderful session, what a beautiful session, what a powerful session, and what powerful you find, you are not writing about it. And the biggest complicated thought is the one when I'm considering that whatever I am thinking, everybody is thinking like the same way. And replacing the word I with we automatically complicate things. And it's every time we are using the word we in our communication, what is happening, we are escalating your expectation that others should think this way if they are not. That is how what I think. And that itself complicates our thoughts and eventually our actions. हमें पता तक नहीं होता कि हम action क्या ले रहे हैं और how they are connected. So this is where I discovered that I need clarity. So when I am absolutely clear in my communication, probably that is the time I am thinking straight. If I am not, then probably I am not thinking straight. I am just thinking many things. It's like instead of asking that what I'm curious to know, I'm asking I'm confused and I do not know what to do. So whenever I discover myself into that state, I thought that probably that is when I am not thinking straight. So thinking straight is all about what works. जैसे NLP में भी बोलता है ना that whatever works is NLP. So whatever works is something where you took an action which makes sense for you, but which makes sense for others who are also associated with you. So this is in summary what I have experienced so far while reading this book and sharing the screen. So let's go ahead and read it
Yes,
further.
I am the first one to start always.
This is the book that you should eat, drink, think, talk throughout the week, at least with yourself, whether you're doing with others or not. Okay, here we go. Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
Yeah. Take your time to think. I used to think that smart people are fast thinkers. He thinks on his feet. He's really smart. I tried it for many years. Every time I faced a problem, discussion, or when someone asked me a question, I thought, quick, quick, quick. Naturally, my first answers sucked. Derek Sivers, one of my favorite thinkers, says he's a slow thinker. It's a common belief that your first reaction is the most honest, but I disagree. Your first reaction is usually outdated. Either it's an answer you came up with long ago and now use instead of thinking, or it's triggering a knee jerk emotional response to something that happened long ago. Thinking things through takes time. Every time I give a quick answer, I wasn't thinking at all. I was impulsive. Derek Sivers trained himself not to trust his first thoughts. That's also what he did when his email consumed too much of his time and attention. Being a public figure, Derek received a lot of emails from his readers. Most of them contained quick 5-minute questions. But as he says, if you get 100 of those questions, that adds up to 8 hours in a day. After answering 192,000 emails between 2008 and 2016, Derek knew he needed to do something about it. So he planned to go off the grid like a modern day Henry David Thoreau. I was going to go hardcore, shut off all email and social media, and make myself unreachable to all but a few close friends and colleagues. I felt like the only solution. That was his first thought. But then I realized I've just missed something. I'm glad he didn't act on his first idea. His second idea is much better. I've emailed Derek myself in the past, and I think what he does makes a big impact on people's lives. What I'm trying to say is that when someone asks you a question, it's okay to say, I don't know. You can also say that to yourself. I've often been too hard on myself because I didn't have an instant answer to my personal problems. That doesn't make you dumb, it makes you human. Why are we even afraid that people think we are stupid? It's the perfect example of slow thinking. Instead of following your instinct of I'll prove them, you can take a step back and ask yourself, why do I even want to come across as smart? If you really think about it, it doesn't matter what others think of you. Uh, I think it's always better to take your time to think. If others think that makes you stupid, they are the ones who are. Oh my, the last sentence is too strong. I think that's the end. Yeah. So first thoughts are impulsive.
Mm. So what you would like to share on this?
He wants us to be more and more rational, reflective, and time-tested thoughts. Is that so? He wants me, not I.
Mhm.
First thoughts are impulsive.
Okay.
He wants he wants the reader to be more rational and less impulsive, because impulses are based on, you know, irrationality, based on past experiences or what we have gone through. Is that even if people think you cannot think properly and they consider you to be stupid, it's okay, according to him.
Mhm. So who would like to add to this?
Does a person always need to be logical?
According to this, no. Whatever, like that's what he meant in this chapter. He says that it doesn't matter that you need to be logical. Just bring out whatever you have in you, and don't be worried about. So you can always present yourself, and don't be hard on you. But it doesn't answer your question. I get it.
It doesn't. What does
But
he
that is,
mean?
yeah, by being, you need, I can add here that you need not be logical, because here, according to the author, he says, don't be hard on yourself. Why do you worry about being logical? Like maybe being logical, trying to focus on that may be harsh on you. So that silently implies that. Do I make sense? Or
I have not really been able to decipher exactly what does he mean by saying that the first thoughts are not always correct.
That is, I mean, you said no. So first thought, sometimes see, you have a lot of distortions within you. And then, so for you to, it can be a distortion. So just analyze, take time to think, and then start, like I think last before that, Sunday, we were just talking about don't trust yourself. Some because we were just talking that a lot of us will have, I mean, most of us will have a lot of distortions within us. So don't just uh, trust yourself. That was a statement. Maybe this can be applied here. I mean, that can be applied here.
Okay, some more inputs.
Uh,
People are
uh,
actually thinking slow. Good.
yeah, but I
Shall
Yes,
I
ma'am.
feel
share my experience?
Yes, yes, sir, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. See, I am a very passionate to learn new things, new ideas. So whenever some course comes up, I enroll for that. Like in pranic healing, I have done 3 workshops: pranic, advanced pranic, and soul. So there is a another program which was yesterday and today, psychotherapy. I enrolled for that. Then again, I gave a thought because this that is more based on chakras and emotion management. For last 2 years, I am learning chakras and currently also doing one course on that of Sanjana. So I thought again, ki better I focus on what I'm learning before I join something new. So that happened by thinking again or thinking straight. And like other actions which I'm taking on my goal. So with this chapter, take your time to think. First decision is not always a right decision. Thank you.
uh, what I personally feel, it's not necessary that, I mean, the first thought is not the correct one or something. It depends on the subject to subject. Sometimes the subject is known to you. You on the first click, you just get the answer. And sometimes, of course, the subject is new. You're going to a new field. Then it takes some time. Then you have to think again and again. Then you get the answer. But it's not necessary that, at least I feel that way. The first thought is not a correct one. Thank you.
Is it what he has been, what one has come across in books, that where are you going to react or respond? I think
Whatever.
And I can add, there is something called as primacy and recency effect. Primacy is the first impression is the best impression. No, when you uh, sometimes that works. And the recency effect is so it's just subjective. Recency is sometimes last whatever you think that stays more. So it's always subjective. You can't draw a line here. It's a very thin line.
Interesting. Who would like to add to this?
Here, author is also mentioning some of the time we are in a hurry to give the answer, uh, and he's trying to say that by doing this we want to feel smart. So why there is a need to become smart? So sometimes I have observed in the meetings, without understanding the context, people give the answer. As ma'am said, Padma ma'am, there is a disruption in our mind. If and Sumita ma'am also shared that if you know the subject and you are giving the answer, it could be the first answer could be the right one. What I also resonate. If I am not knowing the subject, maybe my first answer will be not that much authentic. uh, that I too resonate. It happens with me also. In my case, I too take time before giving the answer, because so many thoughts. Uh, Even I am reading the book and you people are sharing, I am having my own thoughts and prediction. So I love to take the time. Some of the time when we are in the meeting, also all the things not goes directly in the mind. So I will would like to take time before giving the answer. This is my sharing.
Wonderful. In fact, what Darius is talking about, that first, in fact, he said the very first thing that he was talking about is that the first response that you're giving to anything is outdated. And why he's talking about saying it's outdated? Because this is my way of looking at it. Because outdated means you have already experienced that kind of experience earlier in the past. अगर हम NLP से connect करें इसको, because NLP हम करते ही वही है, we distort things. Distort means we just connect it with the experience that we already had in the past. That's what NLP is saying. So if you are connecting the dots with the something which has already happened in the past, obviously that has been outdated. It may or may not work in the current situation. Chances are low that it's going to work in the current situation because some other parameters are not exactly the same that was there when it happened earlier in the past. So, like Padma, what we're talking about, this recency thing, life is all about recent. Even right now, whatever you are interpreting about this discussion that we are having right now is also partially outdated, definitely for sure, because we are connecting the dots with our own experiences that happened in the past. So, one more thing that Darius is talking about is that he says when you need to take any important decision, just take a pause. That was the main intention. आप देख लो कि आप what is driving you to think whatever you're thinking right now, what is driving you to choose whatever you're choosing right now, what is driving you to decide what you're deciding right now, what is driving you to act the way you're acting right now. While I was reading this book, I came out with a simple summary of what Darius is talking about till now. So if I put it in this way, that he's saying logic leads to choices. So when you're making a choices, what are choices that we are making? Even when you're choosing to stay the sentence that I'm saying right now, or even like making a choice to whether I will get up in the morning tomorrow or not and attend this session or not. It's all logic that is working. So you're just putting it yes, no kind of things. Yes, I will, or no, I will not. So logic leads to choices. Intuition leads to decisions. Now, how I connected this intuition word with decision, well, I thought that this is probably like that. Now, yesterday we had a speaker who was talking only about intuition, that how intuition shapes the kind of life that we are living today. And I could clearly see that the dots are connecting, that intuition leads to decision. So when you're taking a decision, now only your intuition is working. वहां पे लॉजिक खत्म हो चुका है. Logic leads to choices. Intuition leads to decision. And once you have taken that decision, because when you take that decision, ask yourself, okay, ultimately, what was that because of which you came up to this decision, even after making choices? So probably you have three choices, you choose one, and then you take a call. Okay, now I will work on this. So with all the yes, no's, you took a call that, okay, by 6:30 I will be there. Somebody chose that I will be there by 6:15. Somebody chose, oh, chalo, I will be there by 5 minutes before 6:30, kind of thing. So, and eventually when you took that action or make that decision, chalo, now it's time, I must log in. That is the action, that is a decision which is an outcome of your intuition. And then comes the most interesting part, which is impulse leads to action. So if I put it this way, the three layers, logic leads to choices, intuition leads to decisions, and impulse leads to action. But now when you're taking the action, you're absolutely impulsive about it. But without impulse, you cannot take any action. Even thinking is also an action. So what Darius is talking about, if I just connect the dots with this particular chapter, he's saying that take a pause and observe that what is working at that point of time. If we are working on logic, it will lead to choices. If you're focusing on intuition, it will lead to decision. And if you're focusing on impulse, it will lead to action. And in all these cases, this LII, logic, intuition, and impulse, these are all some form of thoughts which are resulting in results like or outcomes like choices, decisions, and action. So that's how I am looking at it. That's how I could connect the dots so far. So that's why in last week also I shared something that the probably the best thing that you gift yourself for this week, like I said in last Sunday, that the week that we just crossed, and probably you can apply it for your whole life as well. That think slow, think straight. Sorry, think slow, think less, and think smart. And then speak slow, speak less, speak smart. So this could be one of the ways to summarize this chapter. Take your time to think. So that's all I have to share, and
So
let's
may I
proceed.
add something? Our
Yes, ma'am.
intuition, is it that intuition and impulse are opposite of logic? Why
No,
I'm
no, no, no.
asking this? Because in education, when we start getting educated, directly or indirectly, we are taught to think logically and not impulsively. Whereas here, the author is trying to teach us that you start with intuition because and then go to logic, and finally it is impulse which is going to tell you or tell me which action to take. So there's this what shall I say, tug of war between logic and on the one hand, and impulse and intuition on the other.
No, these are not contradictory. None
Okay.
of these are contradictory. Contradict nahi kar raha hai. They are saying that this is what is preceding when you are when the outcome is this. So when the outcome is choices, the thoughts that are preceding is the logic. You are applying the logic. मैं ये क्यों बोला? Like even right now, whatever you said, before you said, there was this logic whether I should say this or whether I should not say this. So you had all the logic. Now you made the choices. Then you came to the point that okay, now let me decide what I'm going to say. Now the decision is an outcome of your intuition, because when you are talking, then you are not thinking what you are going to say the next word or the next sentence. It is just coming in a flow, and this is a result of your intuition, because उस वक्त आपका subconscious mind यही कह रहा है कि यही बोलो, यही बोलना सही रहेगा. Use this word to share your perceptions about whatever is going in your mind right now. So that is an outcome of your intuition. And impulse is the decision. Impulse is the words or the actions that you are taking. So now you are becoming impulsive and you are sharing your thoughts, and you are adding all the other emotions to share whatever you are sharing. आप कभी excited हो रहे हो, कभी दुखी हो रहे हो, कभी encouraged हो रहे हो, कभी inspired हो रहे हो, कभी motivated हो रहे हो, कभी empowered हो रहे हो. All these emotions are controlling the actions that you are taking. So all these emotions are leading you to some kind of impulse at every moment when you are taking that action. So these are not contradictory. These are all connected exactly in the same order.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Vasu.
Yeah, just a small experiment. Think for 5 seconds and answer the question. Do you get mangoes in December? Yes. We are done with 5 seconds. You can answer what you call unmute and answer yes or no, or whichever way you like. You can put a message. Your thoughts about for 5 seconds.
Vasu, sorry, I could not get the question.
Okay. Do you get mangoes in December? आम दिसंबर में मिलते हैं क्या? जो खाते हैं ना आम,
जी
मैंगो,
जी जी। हम्म।
डू यू गेट इट इन दिसंबर? Okay, now you can answer. Everyone can answer. Some answers I think might have come in the chat.
नहीं मिलते।
No.
नहीं
पर, पर कहीं ना कहीं
नहीं मिल
मिलते होंगे।
Yesterday only in the staff room, my lady staff room, we were talking about the mangoes that it get. I said no, we get it only in the month of summer. But some of the senior colleagues told me that you go to the mall of the big cities, metro cities, you will get there. So now you are asking the same question. मुझे हंसी आ गई.
Okay.
maybe those are
So with the
hybrid
idea of,
mangoes.
if I ask someone from who has been a regular of Andhra Pradesh or Maharashtra, if I ask that do you get mangoes in August, we will say no
Yes.
very strongly. Maybe yes, if
No,
I
very,
am from
very
Andhra
strongly
Pradesh,
no.
Telangana and those
Okay.
things, very strongly we will say nahi, asambhav, not possible at all. That is, if we are in southern part of India, by the time it rains very heavily and mangoes are all gone. But if I ask Pinaki, who has been a long Bengali and most of the time in the northern part of India, so सावन में तो आम मिलता है in Shravan Masam, which is coincides with August.
Yes. Yes, at
सावन
that
में तो
time
मिलता
it's available.
है. Yes. And when I reached Uganda in the month of December, I saw mangoes there, not in any big mall or something, in the open market. So the answer that the author was saying is when you say yes or no, it depends on what is already there in your mind. Okay, so when we do the rapid fire questions in a quiz or something, when the question is asked and you have to answer as many questions to get more answers, then it's on the impulse. What is there already in the mind? It doesn't even go to the brain to process. It just gives the answer. So 13 into 13, if you are not aware of it is 169, then it will take a lot of time for you to answer that question, right? But for certain people, it is very easy. 2121 is 441. It's there recorded somewhere in the brain. It comes out easy. बट हु इज कैलकुलेटिंग 21 into 21, वो तो अभी 20 का 20 गुन रहा है, फिर उसके आगे का ये कर रहा है और कैलकुलेटर निकाल के कैलकुलेट कर रहा है, उसी में टाइम चला जाता है. So the first answers that come are based on your history and memory, and sometimes it may happen if you remember seeing the movie Munna Bhai MBBS. देन एमबीबीएस में उसमें जब गांधी जी का सेकंड पार्ट मूवी में ही टॉक्स अबाउट हेलुसिनेशन, गांधी जी आके दिखते हैं और उसके बाद वो पूछता है कि गांधी जी के माता जी का नाम क्या है. एनी आंसर?
Kastur, no, she's wife. No, she's wife. She wasn't with Kasturba.
Okay. So,
Gandhi.
so if you don't know, here there is nothing wrong. That's what the author is also saying. Is there may be certain answers that you don't know, and it doesn't matter. It is not a big crime or something. So some people take it very harshly. Her name was Putli Bai. So that's what
Right.
after that in the movie Sanjay Dutt is told that आपको तो पता नहीं है, गांधी जी कोई दिखते विखते नहीं है, आपका वहम. So why I am connecting you, just to connect that some of the answers we may not know, and it is not a crime for that. So sometimes we become harsh on upon ourselves. So why I am using we, because this is the tendency that happens, the way things go on. So it is not wrong. If I don't know something, I should not feel that I have done a crime or something, and uh, look into detail. So the answer when we ask the question that do you get mangoes in the month of December, a vehement no will come from any normal Indian. Unless I had seen Uganda, I would not have said yes easily. Okay, or if I had not gone to Bengal in August, when I landed in Bengal, it was August and I saw mangoes there. तो अभी मैं सोच रहा हूँ ऐसे महीने में कहीं उसको जहाँ पे आम ही आम मिलते रहे. Wherever I am going newly, I am finding mangoes there. Okay, anyway. So this was what I learned from the lesson and just I connected so that you may understand better a little more than what you have understood earlier.
Wonderful. So, who would like to read next?
So I'll read.
Please go ahead.
No more quick decisions. Shall we book a business trip to Thailand? Are you interested in speaking gig at Company X? Should we renovate the kitchen? Do you think we should fire John Doe? How about hiring another sales executive? Just a few questions others have asked me recently. And you know what? Just as I like to take time to think deeply about my challenges, I also take time to think quick decisions through. Every time I said yes to a speaking gig, interview, or giving a seminar, I didn't think about it for long. When things are in the future, we are most likely to say yes. That that trip is planned for September. It's now March. That's ages from now. And without thinking about it, you commit to a 5-day business trip or family vacation. But when September comes, you either in a great professional flow, have other more important commitments, or are in middle of something else. Now, all of a sudden, that quick yes from ages ago in is on your mind all the time. Should I cancel the trip? Should I go? Should I go for 2 days only? Why do we make things so complicated, which we can easily solve these things by just taking an extra day to think? That's all you need. Just think things through. Know yourself. For instance, I'm currently in a great writing flow. I don't feel the need to leave my city. I have a set routine every day and it works very well for me. I feel happy and I enjoy my life a lot. When I go away for even a weekend, my whole routine can be messed up. And then I need another 2 weeks to get back to my old self. However, I don't always have the mindset. Right now, I'm working on this book, opening a new office, and buying a new apartment. I'm focused on few important things, but other times I'm more flexible and actually do like to travel, visit friends, business partners, and live a looser lifestyle. That's why I now take more time to make decisions. Instead of following my first thought, I say, please give me a day or two to think about it. That's all you need. Thank you.
Cool. So, what all you need? Yeah, so please go ahead. What all you need?
I think this also connects with the previous chapter, where it says that uh, don't just every time you need not, like it's very far. If the decision that you need to take, supposing you say yes instantaneously, and when the right time arrives, exact time arrives, we are challenged and we are left, we are left complicated. So take time to take decisions is what the author conveys here.
Okay, I have a suggestion. At least for this chapter, when you are sharing your thoughts, share it in first person singular mode.
Yes. You have been always constantly. This is where you've been constantly telling, but I'm
This is
constantly
one
not
chapter
applying.
where
Okay.
Darius didn't use the word you.
Okay.
कहीं पे नहीं है. In nowhere in this chapter you'll find the word you.
Yeah. So I will repeat it here, saying that I say yes instantaneously for some decision, and then when the real situation arises, I take this decision very far away, very much earlier, and when the real situation arises and the exact time arrives, I am challenged and I'm now left confused or complicated with this, unable to decide. So I will have to take time to take my decisions and think take time and think and analyze before taking any decision.
Interesting. Yeah, I would like to add to this.
Sir, I'm getting a thought like when I take time to decide. I mean, maybe if that event is very far, like planning a trip. If the event is after a month for December holidays, then I will get excited, watch videos, and be in that moment, in the future moment, and that thought process. But and suddenly, if something happens and I'm not able to go, so my first thought would be that condition once, like I have already booked the tickets. So the condition is money is paid and the travel they will not refund the entire amount. So that time when I'm conditioned, so I do no matter what it takes. So that thought I'm getting. So all these other things, other thoughts does not come into picture. Whether to cancel or what is the climate, we have to do it because here money is the paid and we have put efforts in booking and so that
Yeah,
thought
but
and that will manage all other thoughts sometimes.
yes. Sometimes, but happily, are you doing this, Ankita? We do whatever we do. No, we'll have to do it happily. So, are you forced to take this decision, or are you taking accountability of it? Are you enjoying and taking the decision? That differs, no? Like,
Sometimes it will be forced or sometimes it will be enjoying. Yeah, it depends on the interest of that moment. So the author is also telling the same thing here. But once the condition is there, no other thoughts will get interrupted or decisions will not change. And just I just got this thought I thought to share.
Yes, who would like to add to this?
Is he reinforcing the previous chapter?
yes.
Yes, is he saying the same thing in a different manner? That
Yeah. Can you read
intuition,
all the
logic.
questions once again? Whatever questions are there, I will read the questions once
Yeah,
again.
I'm sure.
Shall we book a business trip to Thailand? Are you interested in a speaking gig at company X? Should we renovate the kitchen? Do you think we should fire John Doe? How about hiring another sales executive? So for the certain questions like shall we book a business trip to Thailand, it means a lot of money is getting spent. Are you interested in a speaking gig at company X? We don't know what it is, so I will not comment on it. Should we renovate the kitchen? It means a lot of money is spent and some decisions which are like you cannot go back to the old kitchen once you renovate it. Do you think we should fire John Doe? So we are talking about someone who is to be fired. How about hiring another sales executive? adding one more person into the role. So another salary has to be spent. So except for question number two, so will we take a quick decision on this? Should you take a quick decision on it? Should I take a quick decision on it?
No, I won't take a quick decision.
Right. So the earlier chapter was not into these specific things. This is now going very specific. One day, a person came to my office with a leave note for 10 days later. He said, "Sir, I am going on leave, so please sign my leave note." I said, "Okay, keep it there." I normally don't sign any leave notes. I always ask the person who went down to me who takes care of that area. He signs the note. So you keep it here. Let me discuss with him. Maybe someone else is also applied leave during that time. So I will discuss and I will sign. Then he said, "Sir, what is this, sir? You are the senior in the department. You have to sign the note. What is their big deal? If you sign, then the others he will cancel." But I then, when he said with so much conviction, so much this thing, he was what you call provoking me to sign, making me senior, showing higher this and all that. I said, okay, okay, you keep it here. I will sign when I feel like I am into something else. So 30 minutes later, my first assistant manager came to me. He told that there is going to be a strike on that day. So people will be coming with leave notes and may quickly get your signature. So don't sign anything quickly. Sometimes when I am busy into something, someone comes with a paper, I don't even see what is written it on it. I just sign it. So he came particularly. Then I said, "Acha, that's why yesterday, this, 30 minutes back, this person had come for taking the sign. Now I understand." So this is my experience by thinking and taking a pause before I signed. I was able to understand that there is a strike going on and people were applying leave so that they don't miss their duty. Before the announcement comes, if the leave is signed, then that leave is accepted. So this way I have learned, and this connects to that. No more quick decisions.
And also, some cases, quick decisions are bound to take, like in case of national emergencies, or when some person is taken to hospital for a emergency. That time, I'm thinking how the doctors or the militants they will be taking, especially when there is some
That,
terror attack. That time it will be they don't even have the time to think.
that's why we
So
call it emergency.
but they are very like that strong mind is needed. Those thoughts. Uh, it's very
So who is
appreciated. Like
at that time who is taking the decision?
and if something goes wrong, one thing, then there will be blame. So it's a really courageous thing to take right decision at that emergency.
So everyone don't take decision at that time. There is one person who takes the decision.
Head, no, sir.
Hmm.
Mm.
Wow, that's interesting. I want to add some more inputs on this. So, Lalita, Hardik, आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है? What's going on in your mind?
Is there a difference between individual decisions which we take and collective decisions which we take, whether it is personal life or professional life?
Decision is always individual, but it is made collective just to escape responsibility. This is my thought. something I decide that it is good enough, then I will conduct a poll. I will say, okay, most people agree to this, so let's go ahead with this. But the first thought that this should happen have come in my mind. The collective decision is where I am not very clear what would be the right time to have certain things. So there it may be a collective decision where I am dependent on other more people doing the same thing. But when I am conducting a poll, again the timings given are by me. So in a way, it is my convenience where I am looking into.
And also collective decision, it becomes functional when large number of people are there, and they can't take a individual cannot take a decision, and it cannot, I mean, you can't take a individual decision, and it can't be achieved by a single individual. Task can't be achieved by a single individual. In this case, collective decision becomes very functional.
In fact, every decision is individual decision. Collective decision is a myth. It's an illusion. Like when you're talking about a collective decision, even you're taking the decision to go along with the decision which somebody else took.
Yeah, I understand, Pinaki, but if there is a group, when there is a group, so you will have to abide with the, general, with all the group members. That's where the unity stands. And
Yeah,
sometimes you try to, yeah.
that's what looks like. It looks like that I'm standing with the UTT or I'm doing this. But even that is your decision. You took the decision to stay united.
Yeah, the decision I agree, but when you need to
You took the
conform
decision
with
to
the
go ahead
group,
with that.
like you need to conform with the group, like supposing even if I don't decide, but my group member feels that way. So for the unity of the group, we need to conform to it. And
Yeah, so that's what this poll is all about. So when you're putting up a poll, as Vasu said, so others are approving that decision. So your approval is your decision. It's your individual decision to approve that decision. So all decisions are individual, no matter what.
okay.
Isn't it? Like you are saying, okay, so you decide to agree with me.
Yes, I
And
agree.
it's your individual decision.
Here again, I do not want to see, I do not want to argue here. I want to take your point. So
Even that is a
maybe,
decision that you took.
yeah, the decision I take, but the decision coincides with the intention of not arguing with, like, with you. So because I value your
Yeah,
statements,
so
or
whose
I value
decision
your
it is?
words.
When you
Okay,
decided that you are not going to argue with me, whose decision is it?
it's my decision.
That's
Okay,
it.
got it.
As simple as that.
True.
Even when you're agreeing that I got it, this is also your decision that you decide to agree or you decide not to agree.
Okay. Is it decisional or that I do, uh,
Think about it.
accepting
Think
or
about it.
okay, okay.
Yeah. I want to hear from Lalit and Hardik also.
Yes, sir. According to me, sir, quick decision is, I don't think so, always right. But we should just, we have to just take the quick decision sometime according to circumstances. For example, if in our school, in assembly, in someone going to be fed, we have to take a quick decision to take that student in the sick room and give it to them first aid. But most of time, I don't think so. It is right when we take the quick decision. It's happened with me, according to my experience. That I feel. I don't know about others, but I feel that, sir. We should at least take a pause and think about it. Then we should take our decision. Thank you, sir.
Hmm. Sometimes, that pause is so small that we don't even notice. At least I can talk about myself that when say if I connect the dots with the school situation, that if somebody needs a first aid, and
Yeah.
you're doing it immediately. It looks like you're doing it immediately, but there was
So
that small
this
pause
type, yes.
where you consulted yourself कि मुझे अभी क्या करना है, and that consultation resulted in कि जाओ मेडिकल रूम से फर्स्ट एड बॉक्स लेके आओ और अभी इसको फर्स्ट एड दो, है ना?
Yes, yes, it happens.
So and then when it happens in a repeated manner, then you know that this is the
It
decision
should
that
be.
I need to take right now. That is the only option I have. And a first aid medical room में जाके पता चला कि maybe something which is required is not there. Then what next? So that's what author is talking about. कि हमारा जो first decision होता है, often it is backed by or it is inspired by a similar experience which I already had.
Yes, exactly.
That's what he's suggesting. He's not saying whether it is right or wrong.
Okay.
हम बस इतना ध्यान रखना कि हम जो डिसीजन ले रहे हैं वो अभी क्या काम कर सकते हैं. Now that in that situation, the only thing that you can do is to run to the first aid, run to the medical room and get the first aid box. Then somebody will ask you कहाँ पे रखा हुआ है? फर्स्ट एड बॉक्स कहाँ पे है? बोला अरे यहाँ पे होगा. नहीं नहीं वहां पे तो नहीं मिल रहा है मैम. अच्छा कल ये हुआ था मैंने वहां पे रखा था. So observe what the series of thoughts are happening. Excellent. Let's go ahead with the next chapter. And Hardik, I want you to participate as well. You know. So who would like to read? Release your mind. I really love this chapter. Who would like to read?
I will read, sir.
Please go ahead.
Once I changed my perspective on life, I started straining my brain every single day. I started reading 2 hours a day and taking extensive notes of the things I learned. I also started writing articles to share the ideas I learned. In the beginning, I felt like a new world opened up to me. I couldn't get enough of learning more. I bought new books every week and devoured every piece of new knowledge I could get my hands on. But after a few weeks, I had a mental breakdown. All of a sudden, my mind froze up. I felt blocked. I couldn't think, read, or write. My head hurt all day long. That went on for a few days, almost a week. I felt ill and I did not understand why. I could not even think about why. And when I felt better, I just picked up where I left off. This time I went on for longer, about 2 months before I hit another wall. But this time it was different again. No matter what I tried, I did not feel like I was improving or learning new things. But I kept going and pushing through the difficulty. After this pattern occurred a few times, I finally understood what was going on. Training your mind happens in stages, and before you can move on to the next phase of your learning development, you have to get through a wall. I believe that both learning skill and developing yourself happen in stages. At the beginning of a new stage, things are easy to learn because everything is new. But the closer you get to the end of a stage, things get more difficult. In my case, I got headache, but I wasn't near the end yet because after a short setback, I got back at it again. At some point, you hit a big wall. That's the mental breakdown. It's also a point at which you want to give up whatever you are trying to achieve. Writing a book, starting a business, changing your career, or leading a group of people. When you hit a wall, everything stops. The book all of a sudden seems useless. The business seems to fail. The career you want seems unreachable. And the people have stopped taking you seriously. All is lost. I have learned to train my brain to take this as a positive moment. When I reach a wall, I know I'm close to the next stage of my development. Instead of giving up, I am happy. All I need to do is to take a break, rejuvenate, and let my mind recover. I hang out with my friends, play some table tennis with my brother at our office. Where it went? Yeah. Listen to my favorite artists like Jed, Bo Dian, Kendrick Lamar, or Bon Iver. Watch movies, a lot of them. I just take some time to relax and let my brain get stronger while I'm not thinking or working on anything. And then I get back to where I left off. I use my energy to break through the wall, and it always works.
Hmm.
I think I completed the chapter.
Yes, it's over.
Yes. So this is a good thing for me. When I have started my journey in 2020 during the corona, I was able to learn the things more easily because the content were new for me. Then the stagnant part came in 2024. I was really very puzzled what to do, not to do. uh, so many things. I was having the mastery, and whenever used to join any person session, any mentor session, I used to feel I know. But in my case, rejuvenating, I did less. But when I feel that I am stuck or having lots of things compile in my mind, I take on Saturday, I sit on my sofa and just watch a movie. That I do, watching movie and listening a song. This was a new thing that if learning happened in the stages, that I do feel that happened in the stages. So it's a great thing for me that I came to know from this book. Somewhere I read also that there is a winter phase in our life. I heard this word winter phase. Yes. So this is a good lesson for me that some of the time after learning so many things, I don't feel that much of enjoyment to do because each and everything is known. So at that time, it's good to rejuvenate myself. So that's I understood from while reading this.
हम बच्चों के साथ भी ऐसे ही करते हैं, मान लेते हैं कि बेचारे पढ़ पढ़ के थक गए हैं.
Yes, whole day if they have six periods, na, so I feel some of the recently when I got the arrangement period, uh, it was game and I used to teach in that class SST also. So I thought that it's 1 hour period, why not to utilize? But when I saw the faces of the kids, they don't wanted to study SST. They wanted to just play. So even I was very forcefully, आप सुनो या नहीं सुनो, मैं तो पढ़ाऊंगी. Then I watched the faces. It was they were feeling me like that I am the criminal. So I told, okay, leave it, close your book, and just let's go to the arena now, FELD. So yes, each one of us, we call it there is a chapter leisure time activities in our SST that our mind and body need relaxation time, rejuvenation time. वो हम लोग बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं.
Pinaki, can I share something?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
जब मैं मेरा एमए का फाइनल कर रही थी, so last days पे I thought, and all this time I have been working very hard on the papers and everything. Means एक भी time समय मैं बिल्कुल गंवाने नहीं चाहती थी. इतना सारा दिन ये भी पढ़ लेना, वो भी कर लेना. एंड फाइनली जो मेरा लास्ट सेमेस्टर था, उससे एक हफ्ता पहले मैंने रियलाइज किया कि मुझे कुछ नहीं आ रहा अभी, और एक दिमाग पे एग्जाम का प्रेशर भी था. मैं जो भी पढ़ती थी, I was totally blank. कुछ नहीं आ रहा था. And finally, I thought that something has gone wrong with me. So I went to my homeopath doctor. So I told him this is what is happening with me. तो उसको मेरे रूटीन का पता था. He knew me very well. तो उसने मुझे कहा कि आप अभी 1 हफ्ता 10 दिन रह गए हैं, आप अपनी सारी किताबें पैक करके रख दो एंड डू नथिंग. सो आई वाज सरप्राइज्ड कि मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा है. देन ही इज टेलिंग मी आप बुक्स पैक करके रख दो. देन ही एक्सप्लेन इट टू मी कि तुम्हारा दिमाग बिल्कुल थक गया है अभी. डोंट डू एनीथिंग. टाइम पे सब कुछ आ जाएगा. एंड देन आई अंडरस्टूड कि व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू टेल मी. आई स्टार्टेड लिसनिंग टू माय ओल्ड सॉन्ग्स. And I started taking my morning walk and slow morning walk. Just, like I would call it a stroll in the morning, thinking and sitting in the garden and then, walking little bit and then again. And I realized मैंने अपने आप पे इतना ये कर लिया था कि कुछ भी अभी मेरे दिमाग में नहीं जा रहा था. और वो जो एक रिलीज करने का पीरियड आया, everything came back on the right time. And I learned a lesson from that. And after that, I have been following this very seriously. कि जरूरत से ज्यादा आप करोगे, you are not going to gain anything. In fact, it is a, like आप थक जाते हो, बिल्कुल थक जाते हो. That's what this book chapter is absolutely. I feel it's my experience. He's written it down. Thank you.
Who would like to add to this? Shweta,
I can just
Yeah.
just add a line here. Like sometimes when I take a break, I get some creative ideas here. Like, and then I'll work on the problem and whatever is running in my background. And when I come back again, there is a fresh perspective from me. So I think this break is also like training my mind. So that's what he meant by training mind. It happens in stages, like sometimes learning and developing, it happens in stages. Maybe because when you give a pause, that eureka moment, that brainstorming, and there are a lot of experiments also. I think they will all the initial setup and procedures are done, and then there is an incubation period. That's why they give a pause, and then they again start. So that is the time where you get ideas and creativity. So this actually applies here.
Interesting.
Hello?
Interesting. Yes.
Yeah. I
Who would
thought
like to add to this? Shweta, good to see you. Devi, good to see you. Lalita. Ankita, who would like to add to this what we are discussing?
Yes, sir. I think so. It's very important to give the break to our mind because whole the day we are doing the work, and every day we are just continuous thinking and thinking. After some time, our brain get tired. We need to take a pause and take a break and just sit quietly without thinking anything and just give a pause to ourselves. At that time, our mind will be again healing ourselves. After that, we will just come back with the fresh energy and we are more able to just take a decision to do the work and all that thing. So it's very important for us. Thank you, sir.
For us or for me?
Yes, sir.
For us or for me?
For me, so for me, myself. Actually, I love to walk in early morning, sir, but due to hectic schedule, I did not continue this routine. But still, at that time, I feel so relaxed and I feel my mind is so calm to see the nature and shining of the birds. That's give me a very positive energy. It's like a कहते हैं ना रूह की खुराक. It's like that for me at that time.
Wonderful. Yes, Shweta, what's your take on this?
Actually, as she was reading through, I was there only for the short part. Even nowadays, I started watching movies. My husband was questioning me, why are you watching movies and all? I am like, I just need a break. Now, when it is like when she was reading through, I could correlate. Yeah, this is what I am trying to do, how I am able to clear the fog around and see how best I can be. That's what I felt
Yeah,
actually. Thank you.
that has been to work like a healing our mind, this nature, actually, in the morning shift,
Yeah, true, true.
especially early last week.
Interesting. We are having a very interesting discussion. Yes, Vasu, your take on this. Okay. Mangala ma'am, your take on this.
No, I have no, I'm really unable to have concrete thoughts. So I am just taking it just now, not reacting.
Mhm. Okay, so let's leave it here today. And see, this one chapter, I would recommend each of you to at least read once a day. ये एक चैप्टर ही खाली पढ़ लो, ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा नहीं पढ़ने में, only 4 5 minutes
Yes.
लगेगा. So you can start reading this chapter in the morning when you get up in the morning, or maybe just before going to bed. Those are the best time. Those are the moments when you are actually in touch with yourself. So take this opportunity and just read this one chapter. Then ask yourself that what I'm going to do today or what I have done today. मतलब कहाँ कहाँ पे मैंने अपने आप को ब्रेक दिया, पॉज दिया, खुद को टाइम दिया. These 3 chapters that we are talking, that we are discussing, अगर आप उसका सार देखेंगे, if you check the summary, what Darius is talking about is that how much time you are giving to yourself. So whenever, like most of the time, at least I can talk about myself, that when I work, I discover that I don't work for me, I work for somebody else. So like even when I'm taking this session, the whole intention is that I am here for the rest of you from 6:30 to 8 o'clock. So I'm listening to
One
you.
one more thing, sir, I would like to say, if you give permission.
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Uh, yes, I that's my personal feeling, sir. I feel that after reading chapters of the book, whatever you
Mm,
recommended, otherwise whatever we are just reading that book and we are thinking about that things, whatever mentioned in that chapter. But
mm.
after the discussion with that topic, particular chapter with all of you divines, that is more meaningful and more lively to apply in our life. So that is more fruitful, I think, after discussing particular chapter. Thank you so much
Ha,
for this.
very true.
Yeah, I feel it.
No, you're right. See, that is what happens. When you listen to
Yes,
others' perspective, you
and I love
discover,
it,
अरे
sir.
यार, यार इसका ये भी हो सकता है, इसका ये भी हो सकता है, ऐसा भी हो
Yes,
सकता है. That's the gift you
yes.
give yourself when you participate in such sessions. वो आप अपना खुद को गिफ्ट दे रही हो. So like spending time with yourself, actually thinking what you are thinking, actually thinking what others are thinking, then agreeing or not agreeing with them. That. And so these are the opportunities that you get for yourself.
Definitely. Yes, sir. Thank you so
हाँ,
much.
जैसे हर
Yes, sir.
हर संडे को सुबह आप बैठोगे और पिनाकी बोलेगा, यार वी नहीं, आई बोलो, है ना.
Yes, yes, exactly. I'm
And then
learning.
your
Yeah.
subconscious says,
I.
साले पिछले इतने साल से तो यही बोलते आ रहे हो,
Nothing,
है
nothing,
ना, अब इस पागल का क्यों
nothing
सुन
like
रहे हो,
that.
है ना.
Nothing like that. No, no.
So that is the beauty, like when you become a part of such a group setup. at least I can share
Yes.
my experiences that when I listen to each one of you, I actually listen to each one of you. मैं सोचता हूँ, अरे ऐसे भी हो सकता है, ऐसे हो सकता है. Oh, people think
Mm.
this way also. Oh, now they're connecting the dots with their past experiences in this way. When this question was asked, what is the
Yes.
difference between individual thinking and collective thinking? You all went back to your past instantly. And whatever you shared, these are all your past experiences. That this is what I discovered, this is what I saw, this is what I came across, this is what I think it is all about. So, whatever I said is also whatever I think it is all about. However, when I am in such group settings, I ask myself कि ऐसा सोचना जरूरी है क्यों नहीं think in a different way? What else can I think about it? What else it could be? And that what else is the most interesting question that can make your life or give more interesting thoughts or make your life more interesting. Like just asking myself that what else it could. अच्छा अगर ये thought ऐसा नहीं है, if it is not this, then what else it could be? In many of my
Yes.
coaching sessions, I have asked this question to my students, to the participants. कि मैं उनको बोलता आपको क्या लगता है इसका इसका जवाब क्या हो सकता है, आपको क्या लगता है? तो वो जो कुछ भी बोलते हैं मैं फिर उनको बोलता हूँ और इसका इसका और क्या हो सकता है अगर मान लेते हैं कि ये नहीं है.
Different perspective.
Let us assume that this is not the right answer, then what else could be? What else could be the answer? So fundamentally, if we connect with neurolinguistic programming with all these thoughts, you are connecting every dot with all the experiences that you have had so far. It could be even an experience which you had maybe just a minute ago. But by default, you and I are connecting the dots with our past experiences every time. Even ये जो sentence मैं बोल रहा हूँ, जहाँ जहाँ पे आप मेरे साथ agree कर रहे हैं, it is you are agreeing with this because it is connecting to your past experience somewhere. And wherever you are not agreeing, you are unable to connect the dots with your past experiences. और NLP में इसी को हम बोलते हैं distortion. Distortion is your meaning making or your interpretation, your perception about whatever is happening around you based on the experiences that you already had in your past. Wonderful. We had a beautiful session. I would like somebody to close this session. We have 4 minutes. So, yes, Sumida, ma'am, why don't you take it up to close the session?
What I learned from all these chapters, each and every chapter is different. And each and every chapter you can implement when the time comes. Whether you have to take a quick decision or you have to take a time, it all depends on the situation, and we should work according to that. That's what my personal, uh, thought now. And another thing which I feel about the thoughts, the thought process is very, it's like you can't stop it. But the decision when we take, when we speak, is very important. And that is where you can decide how much to speak, when to speak, and where to speak. And all the situation के हिसाब से किस ढंग से बात करनी है, कितना बोलना है, क्या ज़रूरी है. और ये इसलिए है कि जो थॉट्स आपके मन में आई हुई होंगी वही आप आपकी वाणी के थ्रू आप कहेंगे, और उस पे आप जो भी डिसीजन लेना है वो ले सकते हैं. एंड आई थिंक दैट इज द पर्सनल इनटेक फॉर मी कि थॉट्स आती रहेंगी जाती रहेंगी, हमारे ऊपर, हमारा उस पर कंट्रोल नहीं है, पर वाणी पे है. दैट्स ऑल.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful closure statements. Yes, Vasu?
Yeah, I was just thinking about Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao, the Prime Minister between 91 and 96. He had one thought that not taking a decision is also a decision. So I leave it at that to think about why not taking a decision is also a decision.
Yes, indecision is also a decision. अगर हम NLP से connect करें, then you cannot not decide. Every moment you are taking a decision, you are acting upon it, and your actions are an outcomes of the decisions that you are taking. Like even when I'm sharing this statement, it's an outcome of a decision which I took to share. So you cannot not decide. You are taking decisions every moment.
Good morning. Good morning, Pinaki. Good morning, Vasu. Good morning, everyone. So I would like to ask here when Vasu just spoke about this and you added to it. So what is when I'm not taking a decision, you say that I'm taking a decision, then what is that decision I'm taking? That decision to just not do anything about it?
What
Does
else
that
it
mean?
could be?
So just stay complacent, right? That means
So what else
about
it could be? If it is not this, if it is not staying complacent, then what else it could
I look at it only this way.
be? That's
Then
it.
that's your decision.
Sorry?
That's your decision.
That's your decision.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Beautiful insight.
See, how many of you noticed that I just applied whatever I just shared with you? अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैंने बोला ना, what do you think, and then what else it could be if it is not this.
सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है, कुछ तो है, कुछ तो है. Thank you very much.
Sure, okay. Make your weekend amazing, make your Sunday amazing, make your life amazing, and make every people who matter to you उनके जिंदगी को भी बेहतर से बेहतरीन बनाइए.
You too, you too.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye, bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
Pinaki.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, everyone.
Thank